I would say blue beam. Yeah, because, man, nah, bro. That stuff should be the least of our worries. Like, for real. It's throwing you off focus. What up, what ifers? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I got more weird, crazy, just outrageous, I would even in some cases say phenomenal TikToks, man, that will make you rethink everything that you thought was true. So you're gonna want to stay locked in, because you ain't gonna believe this.
Biden sparks outrage by attacking Yemen without congressional approval. Several bipartisan lawmakers accuse the president of violating the Constitution and potentially plunging the U.S. in another war. The U.S. and allies launched strikes against the Iran-backed Houthis in retaliation to them attacking shipping vessels. In turn, the military group claims it has been targeting ships traveling to Israel in the Red Sea to protest against the war on Gaza. Houthis described the U.S. strikes as an aggression and warned that the aggressors will pay the price for what they have done. Anti-war demonstrators have rallied in New York to protest the attacks, chanting "Hands off Yemen" and "Hands off Gaza."
It's crazy. This is one of those situations where you can't really comment on. But as an American, I look at it like this here, because the reason why he did that was because apparently they had attacked some cargo ships that was at sea, right? That's how we get a lot of our goods here, and that's how they get goods there, So he like, y'all got me fucked up. I get it. What I hate is that those people from Gaza are putting they people in harm's way, knowing they don't have the artillery, knowing they don't have the protection that they need to win a war. So what is really going on? Are they literally trying to put their people in danger? And y'all gonna have to excuse me because I'm hoarse and my voice is coming back though. I've been hoarse for a couple of days, but y'all gotta excuse me. But as I was saying though, man, you gotta ask, like, what is going on? Like, do they even care about their country? Because if I know I'm vulnerable, I don't have a lot of artillery, I'm gonna say, oh, you know what? Man, look, let me try to talk to these people, bro. We don't want no smoke. I don't even understand why they hit the cargo ships up. Maybe they needed food in their country, but they could have asked. And again, the U.S. might have not wanted, I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to give them anything, We all know that there are some countries that are less fortunate. But what y'all think? I ain't gonna talk much on this video, man. But what y'all think?
At this point, fuck the United States government and every member that belong to that shit.
Because of everything that these motherfuckers got going on, it's against humanity. And this is the reason why that everybody needs to be listening the fuck up and saying fuck their ass, fuck these celebrities, fuck Hollywood, fuck everybody that's on the motherfucking top of the food chain, because they never did give a fuck about us. They want a donation, they want us to watch their movie, they want us to listen to their music, they want us to listen to their bitch ass, but they ain't never fucking helping us doing not a damn thing. Every time we look up, they bringing us down, and every time we look up, they calling us conspiracy theories because we unreeling the motherfucking truth and figuring shit out for our motherfucking self, where they gonna keep on telling the other people who are blind that we are fucking lying. That's the reason why it's fuck these people, G, and it's forever fuck they ass. We need to stand the fuck up, rise the fuck up, and take over this shit, our motherfucking selves, right now. Cause that shit, if we wait on anybody else, it ain't gonna never happen. We ain't have it ever happen a day in our motherfucking life. Ain't nobody coming back to save y'all motherfucking ass and none of that shit. We ain't have it ever happen out these 1,000 motherfucking years, and everything been going down crazy the way that the fuck it have. Let me know that, folks. Real shit.
Yeah, well, everything ain't a conspiracy. A lot of the things that we speak on, a lot of these videos I see, a lot of this stuff be fake, But as content creators, you definitely got to pick and choose what you want to speak on, because some people livelihoods are these platforms. So if your videos keep getting taken down, then you need to probably start a Patreon, or you need to start your own website. There was a guy by the name of Young Pharaoh who did that because he was speaking so much stuff on his YouTube, they kept flagging his videos. So he went and started his own website, I guess once he got the money, and he would get people to pay a fee to come join there to get his lectures, right? So I think that's what people need to do. Like, we can't be on these people's platform and they have policies and then get mad when we speak on certain subjects and get mad because they took our videos down and we don't understand because we didn't read the policy. It doesn't make sense. So that's why I said, when you operate that way, it can make you look like what you're saying is false, because they can snatch your videos down willfully. You know, I try not to be political on my channel. I'm just a reactor, but I'm giving game to everybody. Just if you're going to use these people platform, use their platforms to guide your following to your website or your Patreon or Rumble, because I heard Rumble, you can kind of speak freely over there too. I don't really know. I don't have a Rumble, but there are alternatives that we can use. But what y'all think about that? Get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Oh yeah, that's definitely a little fake there. That's CGI.
On a ribbon of asphalt in the Nevada desert, a strange convoy of odd vehicles with darkened windows slides along in relative obscurity. There are no signs or placards to suggest who these guys are, but the telltale license plate says federal government. At a way station near Laughlin, the convoy pulled over to evaluate who we were, so we waited too. As we did, more of the mystery trucks zipped past. Since May, when an unknown object crashed near the Colorado River south of Needles, residents have reported seeing so-called men in black in unmarked vehicles.
Hey, it ain't too far-fetched.
People are saying that they're concerned for Joe Biden's health after watching what he did in these recent videos. In the first video, he approached this young lady and did this to her.
Do you call this from Secretary Austin?
I do. I'm sorry. How you doing?
Was it allowed to do? I had heard him not to tell you earlier.
She's so freaked out.
And it's not an exaggeration because this young lady in the video even seemed to turn around shocked.
I do. I'm sorry.
Was it allowed to do? I had heard him not to tell you earlier.
And in the second video, he was held back by somebody because they didn't know what he was gonna do.
Morgan Sherwin. This is Morgan Sherwin and Sam Cerruti. They're our team members here. They help us. They help us, service and sales.
And we don't know the exact details of Joe Biden's health because the White House would never release that information. But chat, let me know in the comments, do you guys think that these videos were weird or not?
Definitely weird, but a fool could see that Biden has some health issues. It kind of looked like dementia a little bit, Alzheimer's or something like that. I don't know, man, but he shouldn't be running no country. He should have never even got elected at the age that he was. He was already too old. I mean, it was no youth there. It was no room to grow old. He was already old. I mean, his history in politics is literally no good at that age. He should be somewhere retired, man, But what y'all think?
Hi,
Randy, come get a photo.
Damn.
Bye, Randy.
See you later.
Love you, dog.
See you later, dog.
What is wrong with Randy, man? Damn, that's rough. I hope that man get better, man. What happened?
I think it's time to go.
Sound like a bobcat. That sound like a bobcat, but it could possibly be a fox because fox do screams too. That didn't sound like a fox, but yeah, fox will scream too. And if you're in the woods and you don't recognize these sounds, it scared the hell out you, man. But I don't think it's no Bigfoot or nothing like that. That's just me though. Y'all think it's a Bigfoot? Get in the comments and let me know.
Everybody has their own conspiracy theory. Here's mine. In 1969, we landed on the moon, right? Then we went back in 1972 on Apollo 17, supposedly, right? A lot of people think the moon landing was fake in 1969 and 1972, right? A lot of people think that because of the way the flag was blowing and all that. The moon landing was fake, in my opinion, because if we landed on the moon 50 years ago, why have we never gone back? If I'm never seen again and I'm taken away in an SUV tonight, tell my mother I love her. I had to get this off my chest. I've been thinking about it for the last 48 hours. Why have we never went back? The 1969 moon landing was fake, and you heard it from Jinxie.
that boy is silly. But let me tell you this though, right? I ran across some information years ago, right? I don't know if y'all know about this or not. Some of y'all may know. That was a model of the solar system called the Ptolemy model, right? And this model insisted that the Earth was the center of our solar system and it was stationary, and every other planet, even the sun, went around us. So that would even explain what the flat earthers are always saying, is that when you go up, you really never see the earth spinning, right? That could be. What if we are bigger than the sun? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's why I call y'all what ifers. I try to make y'all wonder and think. Open your minds up. Be open to something other than what you're used to hearing. Because the Ptolemy model was actually the model before the model we have now, saying that the sun is stationary. I mean, but you never know. Me personally, I believe that they never went to the moon. Not because the earth is flat, but because you can't go to the moon. Like, there's no way you can travel through the ether that separates Earth from the moon. Nothing can travel through it. You got some people that believe that there's water up there as above, so below. Yeah, there may be. We don't know. Even flat earthers, they don't even know that they don't even know if the earth is flat or not. You know how far away from the earth you would have to see it in its entirety? I honestly don't think nobody has been that far from the earth. Like, just think about how far we are away from the moon to actually see it in its entirety. I mean, come on now. That's something to think about. I mean, there's a lot of science behind why I think that the earth is not flat, but I'm not here to debate nobody about that. I mean, if you think the earth is flat, then good for you. Go ahead. I'm not mad at you because you think the earth is flat. You have a right to your opinion. You have a right to whatever you think. And, you roll with that. But I just believe that if you're a flat earther, you shouldn't try to push it on people that, hey, the way that I think is right. What I say is the truth, and it's the end all be all. No, that ain't right. Doesn't mean you're correct, and it doesn't mean you're wrong. Just like me believing that the earth is round and it is the center of our solar system. Doesn't mean I'm right, and it doesn't mean I'm wrong. But it's my reality. It's my thought process. I'm allowed to think whatever I want, just like you. But y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think.
I'll tell you what, I had a CIA agent on my podcast a couple of weeks ago, and it was interesting. I said to him, what keeps you up at night? What have you learned through your past 20 years that genuinely keeps you up at night where you're like, I wish I never knew that, and I'm paralyzed with fear because of this secret that the American public doesn't know? He was like, there's a couple
That's a great question.
He said, the thing that I can share with you, this isn't the number one thing, but this is up there. He goes, the thing that I can share with you is our power grid. We can be put back to the Stone Age, like pre-colonial times, within 5 minutes. If our enemy gets at our power grid, he said our power grids are the most vulnerable power grids of any first world nation. People will able to hack them in a second, and you would have upwards of 100 million people in this country alone within 6 months. He was like, because I'm talking about no power, no water supply, nothing. For 6 months, we would not be able to get it up for at least 6 months. He goes, now we're working retroactively to upgrade these things.
Is he saying this?
Well, he said, it's pretty public knowledge to the powers that be. But he said that is a thing that absolutely we are in jeopardy of. He was like, it's not no one's going to us. No one's going to invade mainland USA. He goes, even like, it might happen again, but it's not gonna debilitate you. He's like, we stop this shit all the time. We're really, weapons and all that. We're so far ahead of every other country. It's not even close.
Someone's gonna come flip a light switch and we're fucked.
He said, but that's how they'll get you. There's no reason to have these weapons like this anymore because they can hit our power grid and then we're all and that's what we're vulnerable at, where other countries aren't. He said other countries have taken money and instead of building and tanks, they're upgrading their tech systems that they're impenetrable. So he was like, so that's the thing that keeps me up at night.
Hey, and that's tough because when you think about it, right? Everything, even telecommunications, is ran from electricity, power. They hit that power grid. All of those supreme weapons that the U.S. military may have, shit goes kaput because most of it is remote control now. They hit us with an EMP, it's over. Ain't nothing we can do. Just imagine trying to regenerate power grid for millions and millions of people. Like just imagine doing it. That's crazy, man. It's actually crazy to think about. I would say blue beam. Yeah, because, man, nah, bro. That stuff should be the least of our worries. Like, for real. It's throwing you off focus.
Breaking news from the White House. The riot control fences have been brought out of storage, and they have been installed the entire length of Pennsylvania Avenue. We have a riot control non-scalable fence that now runs the entire road. The crews are still installing it as we speak. They're drilling it in. This is anticipation of tomorrow's gigantic protest, the Gaza protest, which envisions as many as 25,000 people coming to the White House tomorrow to protest for a ceasefire. There you can see one of the forklifts. They've been working very hard. It's pouring rain, absolutely pouring rain. Hello again. I just came out here. I convinced my wife that we were going for ice cream, and then I snuck over here. We are going to go for ice cream. I owe her ice cream because, well, it's pouring rain, and I got her out of the house in the middle of the night.
That's actually cool, though. That's similar to those harp coils or antennas I was telling you about. They sending out 1 billion watts. So you could imagine the vibrations and the sound that will create. I think it was in one of my last videos, there was a video that I was reacted to that actually was portraying the sound similar to that, but it was on a grander scale. So, I mean, yeah, the stuff that we talk about on this channel is not fiction. It's way more non-fiction than fiction. Damn, that wasn't no earthquake. I'm gonna run that back. Nah, somebody bombed them while they were asleep. Had to be. What if there was an accidental bombing or the enemies of the United States sent a bomb over and it exploded and just the United States aren't telling anybody anything because they don't want anybody to panic? What if? Because just imagine the panic here in the United States because, man, the Americans are some patriotic people. They grabbing the guns and they going to war. This is a country like no other. Just imagine it, though. The panic would cause utter chaos. What y'all think, man? Why has NASA got a classic car collection? Maybe because it's a production studio.
universe is teeming with life, okay? Teeming, not just like, hey, we might find a little bit over here and there. Teeming. You have intelligences at all different levels on different planets. You have organic intelligence, which is like human beings, lots of humans, super advanced humans, superhumans with telepathic powers, and some humans that are just like us, some humans that are cavemen. You also have inorganic beings. You have beings that are on rock planets and gas planets that oxygen's poisonous to them, right? You also have weird bands of light that are alive, that swim like worms in the vacuum of space, the way a whale does in an ocean, okay? You have amoebas that are floating around sucking up energy. Those amoebas could be as big as Jupiter, or they could be like a Volkswagen. You know, it's like it's teeming with life, and we were so stuck on ourselves that we never looked up. You know, and I think what's happening now is we're looking up.
That could be true. But my take is that I believe that every species, every alien that they said exists or whatever predator is a model of something smaller that's here on Earth. That's just me. Like if you look at one of my earlier videos, I was talking about they mirror the alien after an actual baby embryo. If you look at an embryo, it really looks like an alien that they portray on TV or like they call the Greys, right? And I've said this in earlier videos. I think a reptilian or any kind of monster that people have depicted or brought up to be real is something that somebody was scared of. Somebody might have been scared of a lizard and had a dream and in their mind that this was a upright walking lizard and they call it a reptilian. And then it just spread it like wildfire and then you couldn't stop it. That's just me though. I don't know. What y'all think?
Y'all ain't gonna believe what I got on camera. Check this out.
Well, that's supposed to be Bigfoot. And why you just standing there looking at you?
Take a closer look. Check it out. And we followed it all the way home.
Y'all followed it all the way home and it didn't attack y'all for bothering it? Yeah, nah.
Turns out the government knew about this already. Here's another one I got in my backyard. Check it out.
Bro, what part of the country are you in? Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. What y'all think?
Okay, y'all. I'm not trying to alarm you, but it looks like something is going down because this is the Red Sea in between Sudan and Saudi Arabia, and there is a whole bunch of ships on that Red Sea. So what is going on, you guys, right? Not to mention, this just happened today. 10,000 U.S. Army troops were deployed into Saudi Arabia airspace. What is going on? What is the United States preparing for? What are we not being told? I mean, we hear talks of war, but how come the president hasn't come on television and said, you know, we have deployed 10,000 U.S. soldiers to Saudi Arabia? What is going on? And don't forget, you guys, we are literally in an election year. So there's a lot of things up in the air right now. A lot of things, including World War III. You know, whenever there's an election year, they always want to pour some type of stunt on us and try to put people in fear. But you already know what this is. This is a spiritual war. This is literally a spiritual war. I don't know what they're getting ready for.
That's for real.
But yeah, we're keeping. keeping you guys in the loop and letting you guys know what's going on, because the media is not telling us nothing about this. They're doing this at night, right? They're being secretive about this. Why are you not telling the country what's going on with everybody else that's part of the country? It's weird, y'all. It's getting weird.
It is weird, man. But like he said, it is a spiritual warfare. Good versus evil, man. And we don't know who's evil. Because you got people that are proud Americans, right? But not proud enough to say, hey, my country has done some evil stuff. To some people that's less fortunate, who don't even have the firepower, you know, who are just trying to survive, you know, trying to get it out the mud. Just like we had to get it out the mud. But you know what? War makes for profit. So I don't know. What y'all think?
I just came across a disturbing video from the dark web that shows these creatures that look like they came out of a damn Dr. Seuss book. And this video was posted anonymously, so we don't know where exactly this was filmed at, but I do have a theory for where it could be. Now, we already know that most of these mythological creatures were killed in our circle during the Middle Ages, so most of them fled probably to one of these gates which do have land on them. And this video, it was some people kayaking, so they're probably in Australia, New Zealand, or the southernmost part of South America. I also found this video of reptilians slipping on ice in Antarctica, and they're apparently from the continent Happus, you can see in the bottom left of the screen, which is just outside the first ice wall. And this video had me wondering, like, yo, why you guys look like you're sneaking around? Is there something underneath the ice that you don't want to wake up? Anyway, if you guys have ever seen this creature in any sort of mythology, could you let me know in the comments or DM me?
I don't know what these creatures is, but I'm going to tell you one thing. This is what makes it hard for me to believe certain things. And I'm gonna leave it at this. Because I know a lot of people get in the comment, they be like, bro, you dismiss everything. No, I don't. It just don't make sense to me. I'm an editor, so I can identify CGI versus what's real. Because CGI has a certain movement, has a certain smoothness to it that us real life people don't have. And the second thing is, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have said this, is that every time it comes down to these creatures or these so-called extraterrestrials, the video is blurry. I have yet to see one clear 4K. And let me say that all these cameras are 4K capable. Even 1080p is clear enough to get us a clear enough view on these creatures, right? But we're just not seeing it. And it's like every time it comes down to these creatures, it's blurry. I'm never gonna say, ooh, that's what that is on a blurry video. I'll never confirm anything on a blurry video. I'm sorry, I can't. That's like in the court of law. The court of law, it's against the law to say that that's somebody that did this crime if the video is blurry. So just off that ideology alone, I'm not gonna say that is a reptilian because the video says so. If it's blurry, I'm not gonna do that. I just feel like we have to definitely have an open mind, because I'm not saying that these things don't exist. But what I am saying is that the evidence that y'all are bringing ain't enough for me to say that it's real. Open your mind and say, no, that's not real for a change. Stop living within these conspiracy theories and focus on what your government got going on and prepare your family for the worst, because we're just being distracted. I love watching these videos, actually, to be honest with you, because they're entertaining. But you're never gonna sit up here and hear me play into the narrative. I'm never gonna do that. And if you like that type of channel, you might as well unsubscribe and go somewhere else, because my integrity is everything to me, and I stand on that. And if I gotta lose a few followers or viewers to keep my integrity, then so be it. I'm an honest man. I was raised to be honest, and that's what it's gonna be. I could be wrong about this stuff not being real, but until I see it with my own two eyes, it's not. And that's just what it is. I've had some people be super disrespectful because I did not believe something. And I don't understand, how can you let somebody you don't even know get you in your feelings like that? People, it is time to sit back, open your mind, and say, you know what? Maybe that person is right. Challenge yourself to think outside of what you know. That's what I did. I used to be one of those people that believed that the reptilians and shapeshifters and all this stuff. I did, man, but I also had to come to real life because I'm raising children, bro, and they teenagers now, and I'm around here telling them reptilians are real and this, that, and the third. Now they going to spread this stuff to their friends, and then now I'm getting calls from the school about this stuff, and I could easily say, you know what, they don't want the truth to come out. No, it's just that you can't send that to school and then those kids go home and they mom and dad hear them talking about it. Now their kid is being influenced by your child because your child believes in something that you taught them that may or may not be factual. I'm not gonna do my children like that. What I believe is what I believe. It's not my job to force my kids to believe what I believe. But it is our job to make our children aware of what's going on in this world. It is our job to give our children the ability to discern. It is our job to give our children the ability to differentiate from what's real and what's not real, from what's good and what's bad. And if we all get back to focusing on just that, the world will be a whole lot better, man. But hey, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Head on over to the Discord. Send videos there that you want to see me react to. And remember, challenge the argument and not the person.